icy outside. It's rainy, it's icy, things are melting, and it's dangerous. So today, we're going to cover slip and falls on private property. We got an email from a potential client who last week said that they had a slip and fall accident at Wrexham. They fell in the slush and the snow, and they don't know what to do. They went to their doctor, and they said that the doctor said they sustained a concussion. The person is worried about their head, and they've had previous injuries as well. So as well as the slip and fall that they had on private property, they also had previous incidents as well. So what do you do? What do you do in that situation? Well, today I'm going to quickly go over what you should do if you're injured in a private property in Ontario. It's a step-by-step guide, so we'll start from the beginning. If you do experience a slip and fall or any other injury on private property in Ontario, it is crucial to act swiftly to protect both your health and your legal rights. Now, I will put a caveat here to say that I'm not a lawyer. We are, at Fortis, we are experts in referral to lawyers and to medical experts. And we do give out free impartial information, but we aren't a legal firm. We're not lawyers. However, we can give you information that will help you on your way to getting the right medical care and compensation that you need. First of all, really important, seek medical attention. Now, you may have already done this, but if you haven't, and in this case, this person has had 4 previous injuries. So a concussion is very serious. Something could be up there, something could be wrong. And your health should be your top priority. So call 911 if the injury is serious. Or visit a doctor, a walk-in clinic, or a hospital. Failing that, online. Do a virtual online appointment and get it noted down that you've had an injury. However bad you think it is, or if you don't think it's bad, still get it checked out because you don't know. And you don't know the impact it could have on you. Keep all of your medical records. So if you go to a walk-in clinic, make sure it links to your OHIP number. Make sure they've got those details related to your injury, as they serve as important evidence. The second thing to do, and it isn't an obvious one for slip and falls, but is to document the incident thoroughly. Write down the details, the exact date, time, location of the incident. And if you need to, definitely take photographs. You want to go back to the original site and take pictures of what was wrong. So was there a loose stone on the sidewalk? Was there something up that made you fall over that wasn't your fault? Get witness statements. If there was a member of staff, in this case at Wrexham, maybe there was a member of staff who saw what happened or who helped with accident with first aid. Get witness statements from them, or make sure you get email addresses, telephone numbers, and that you talk to people. Check for security cameras. This isn't an obvious one, or even dash cam. Sometimes you might have a car in the parking lot or your own car that has a dash cam that maybe recorded what happened. But security cameras, places like Wrexham, usually have security cameras. So ask them, email the store, talk to the manager, and they'll be more than happy to help. From the legal perspective, notifying the property owner or occupier is the most important thing. So in cases of private, this is a private case because it's Wrexham, it is not municipal. Under the Ontario's Occupier Liability Act, you must provide written notice of the incident to the property owner, occupier, or landlord within 60 days of the accident. So you'll want to contact Wrexham corporate, the manager of the store, just basically anyone that you can, notify them. It can include your full name and contact information, the date and time location of the fall, a brief description of how the accident occurred. Now, be really careful with details because you don't want to change things, and it may be hard to remember. That's why it's important to write them down from the beginning, have a coherent narrative. Failure to provide timely notice could affect your ability to make a claim. So you have 60 days. So if you can get back to the scene where it happened within a few days, go for it. Send the notice via registered mail. That's a really key one because email often doesn't, well, in a corporate setting, doesn't always get passed on. So somewhere like Wrexham might have a huge chain of, different people that emails go to when you make a complaint or send information to them. Number 4 Preserving evidence. Now, this is something people don't always think about, but keep your footwear. If you had a slip and fall, keep the footwear that you're wearing at the time of accident. It may be examined to determine if it contributed to the fall. It's just great to keep things as much as you can. Preserve clothing that may show signs of the incident, or take photographs. Wet or torn fabric. Store copies of receipts. If you have any receipts, and if you have to pay for medical expenses, transportation, or assistive devices, crutches, braces, etc., keep those. Number 5, and this is where we come in at Fortis, because we have great connections across Ontario, here in Toronto, Ottawa, Sudbury, across the province. Consult a personal injury lawyer. Navigating a slip and fall case can be really, really complex. Already we've gone over some points that you may not have even thought about. A lawyer specializing in premises liability can assess the strength of your claim, negotiate with insurance companies on your behalf so you don't have to, file a lawsuit if necessary, and seek compensation for medical expenses, even lost wages and pain and suffering. You've been through an ordeal. And in this case, this person has had previous incidents, so their concussion could be bad. So it's worth looking into. Most personal injury lawyers offer free consultations. So that means you'll talk to them. They'll give you an overview, merits, and some positives or negatives of your case, and usually work on a contingency basis, which means that they won't charge you upfront. So most of the time, lawyers will charge you. If you need a service, they'll charge you straight away. So if you need something written for you, a letter or something, they'll charge you. Contingency basis is where they work on the case for you and then take a cut from it in some way. And that's usually regulated by the authorities, meaning you don't pay unless you win your case. In summary, these steps are important because property owners and occupiers in Ontario have a legal duty of care to keep their premises reasonably safe for visitors. Now, somewhere like Rexall, Shoppers, or any of the large chains, they usually are very good at this, and they know how to deal with it. So you're in good hands. If they fail to address hazards such as uncleared ice, which lots of that right now in Toronto, poor maintenance, spills, they may be held liable for the injuries resulting from their negligence. So they should be clearing those pathways in the parking lot. They should be clearing the sidewalks. They should be doing those things. And if they don't, then, well, that's where a lawyer comes in and can help you. So these steps can really ensure that your rights are protected. So making sure you keep evidence, go to the doctors, get a good lawyer, make sure you put them on notice by emailing or sending a letter. And this will maximize your chance of receiving compensation for your injuries. This has been Injury Connect. My name's Alex, and thank you so much.